Give me a few minutes, Corey. I know you ready. I know you ready. I ain't ready. Put that clock on me. Put that clock on me. Ain't the place to be. All right, go ahead, brother.
Shalom, house of Israel.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Thank the Almighty God for letting us come out and worship on this Sabbath in spirit and truth, amen.
Amen.
And the scripture coming today is coming from Psalms 25, verse 1 through 10. As I read, let the Spirit speak to your hearts. For unto thee, O Lord, do I lift up my soul. O my God, I trust in thee. Let them not be me be ashamed. Let not my enemies tremble over me. Yea, let none that wait on thee be ashamed. Let them be ashamed which transgress without cause. Show me thy ways, O Lord. Teach me thy paths. Lead me in thy truth and teach me. For thou art the God of my salvation. Unto thee do I wait all the day. Remember, O Lord, thy tender mercies and thy loving kindness, for they have been even of the old. Remember not the sins of my youth, nor my transgressions according to thy mercy. Remember thou me for thy goodness' sake, O Lord. Good and upright is the Lord, therefore will he teach sinners in the way. The meek will he guide in judgment, and the meek will he teach in his way. All the paths of the Lord are mercy and truth unto such as keep his covenant and his testimonies. We thank Almighty for his holy word.
Yes, sir. Amen. Got the cell phones, tell them on mute and vibrate. Happy Sabbath day, everybody. It's a great day to be out here on the Lord's Sabbath day. Great day. First and foremost, we always like to give praise and honor to the God of Israel, which is Jesus, our Savior. Checking this thing, make sure, right? We'll get right to the lesson. The title of the lesson is How to Survive in a Bad Economy. How to survive in a bad economy. And the reason why I titled this message because every so often the economy of the world goes into a recession. And the people that are affected by the recession are the poor. And I want to make sure everybody knows that if you don't have to go to work, you ain't poor. But if you got to go to work, you're poor. The key word, got to. So everybody in it. So make sure you understand that about this economy. When the economy gets bad, the poor people suffer. And the reason why the poor people suffer is because this economy that the world is set up on, it doesn't favor the poor. It only favors the rich. And they're not running the system how God ran it in the Bible and how he wants to take care of the poor. They don't want to take care of the poor. They want to just string the poor along, barely making it. And in this economy, man, you can't even, if most people in the world can't even afford health care. Majority of people in the world do not have health care. And the reason why I know that is because you have to pay a fine on your taxes if you don't have health care. And they hit a lot of people every year making sure you pay that, because this is how they come up. Off the poor people. The rich people, they don't pay taxes. You got the owner of Amazon, he's a multi-billion-dollar man. He paid 0 taxes last year. How is that? You got the owner of Netflix, billion-dollar company, pays 0 taxes.
Wow.
And you got the president of the United States, which is a billionaire, he pays 0 taxes. Because this system, this economy of the world or the United States is not set up to help the poor. It's set up to keep them poor. But God has a system inside His Bible that they should be running it by, and we got to know His system so He can help us in this bad economy. And believe me, we can do stuff ourselves to get the blessing of God. And the reason why we need to understand this is because I see a lot of people who neglect the way God wants to bless us, which is helping the poor. When they come up and ask you for a quarter, when they come up and ask you for $1, drink of water, whatever. Y'all want to, a lot of people want to interrogate people. What you going to use that for? What you going to get that for? Forget that. If you understand what God told you to do in this book, you'll be running to them to give them money. But people look at, oh, you gonna smoke it up, you gonna drink it up, whatever. He might eat something this afternoon. You did your job. But that's the reason why we still struggling, because we're not taking care of the people that are not like we are. We still poor, but they're at the lowest level. But this economy that we are set up in is bad for us. So we got to make sure we take God's method or His economy and apply it to our life so He can help us. So we'll turn to Ecclesiastes chapter 1. We're going to start with verse 9. But in this world, it's almost like they give you a raise, say they give you $1, they're going to take 5 from you. I was looking at the insurance rates in the world for one person. For one person with full coverage, dental, health, vision, and all that, one single person, $7,000 a year. Over $7,000 a year. But don't have no family. You're gonna be paying like 20 grand a year. If on a family plan. Got a household with wife, 3 or 4 kids, and all that. This stuff is expensive. And most of us, while we're young, we don't even use it. We don't even use it, but you know how it goes. If you don't have it, it always affects you when you don't have it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, I know principals who work in school systems. They are taking part-time jobs at UPS because they have free health care. They work 3-4 hours a day just to get their health care. Principals in the school system, because the health care is so expensive. School system used to be one of the best health care it was, but not no more. They tax it. But it's just one of the things I'm zeroing in this economy. It don't favor the poor. It don't favor the poor at all. But we gotta make sure we don't get caught up in this silly stuff they like to say, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. What is bootstrap? What they gonna do when you done paralyze my legs from working? You paralyzing all these people from work, you put them, black folks, you give them a felon on their record, that we the last out, first 5. They discriminate you because of your skin color. They still discriminate against us because we got the curses on them. So we got to make sure that we know how to survive in a bad economy, period. Because it hurts people that don't understand, and they try to work in this system, and every time they try to get ahead, it hit them in the face. It hurt them. Every time. So we're going to turn to Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 9. This ain't nothing new. They did it back in the Bible days. And we're going to find out. And also we're going to find out the solution. We're going to see what the problem is, and then we're going to see how to solve it. And we're going to make sure that we don't fall in under that category. of hurting the poor instead of helping the poor. Ecclesiastes chapter 1, we're going to start with verse 9. Go ahead.
The thing that has been, it is that which shall be.
Yes, sir.
That which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun.
It's nothing new under the sun. The same stuff with this bad economy. It had bad economy back in this book in Moses' them days. God showed us how to solve it. And he uses his prophets to solve it, to help his people. Go ahead.
Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? It has been already of old time, which was before us.
That's nothing new under the sun. And people think it's something new. Well, the computer new, Jeff? No, it ain't. The computer ain't new. Where's the blueprint from the computer come? Where did it come from? Right. The brain. What did it say inside the computer? Memory. Ain't nothing new on the sun. Cars ain't new or nothing. It just got a newer, flashier bodies. You had horse and chariot. Same thing in your car. You got horsepower and you ride around a chariot. They just trade the horses for an engine. It's the same thing. Ain't nothing new on the sun. Just like this bad economy. Economy is nothing new. And it's coming, y'all. We're going to have a recession, a real bad recession. And this is why we're trying to prepare ourselves so we understand how not to be in that category when you go out there trying to do underhanded stuff and get yourself in trouble. Go ahead.
Verse 11. There is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after.
See, no remembrance of former thing. If you study the book and you keep it going in each generation, you remember how to handle it. But the world is not studying the book. They start studying the book in the New Testament, now from Psalms, Proverbs, in the Gospels, and that's it. They don't go to the Old to try to see how God handled it. We're dealing with this bad economy that we're going to fall upon. Go ahead.
I, the preacher, was king over Israel in Jerusalem.
Yes, sir.
And I gave my heart to seek and search out by wisdom concerning all things that are done under heaven. This sore travail has God given to the sons of man to be exercised therewith.
This is what your preacher's job is. His job is not to sit in the church and make people feel good all day. His job is try to prepare you for what's in the world to come. These preachers today, they're not concerned about your salvation. They're not concerned about your well-being. They're going to pacify you for a little while, give you some food from Thanksgiving and Easter, maybe Christmas and all this stuff. And then they go right back to doing what they normally do, taking all your money and not feeding you the knowledge of God. And how they help you get out your situation. And it takes more than just sowing money. It's more than just that. It's your everyday activity around your brother and your sister. This is our problem. We hate our brothers and sisters more. We hate the other nation. We'll look down on them. Oh, here come them black folk. Oh man, here they go with this. No, I don't want to wait on them. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. We make it hard. Don't get me wrong. But maybe you can be that light to show them, hey, I ain't that bad.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But we got to make sure that we, for me as a preacher, I'm searching these scriptures and try to get in my brain how I can prepare y'all for this bad economy, what's about to happen. We finished with that?
Yes, sir.
Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 15. Let's understand how to handle this bad economy. Deuteronomy 15. I did this lesson about 5 years ago. And it ain't new. Deuteronomy 15, we're going to start with verse 1. Because you need answers when you get out there on your own. I know when I left the house, I thought I knew it. So I almost starved out there. Couldn't keep stuff on in the house, couldn't keep all the food in the refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? They tell you just put something back for a rainy day, but my parents, you know, they taught us how to work hard, but they ain't really going into detail of showing you how to put it back. How? You say that, but how? Do I take $5 or $10 every pay period? Do I take 20 every pay period? What do I do? Where I put this at? They just said put it back. And knowing how to use it. You use it in emergency purposes only. This is not say, oh, I want to get me a combo tonight. That ain't even no emergency. Or I want to go to the movies, or I want to buy me a pair of shoes, or that ain't no emergency. Emergency when your car breaks down. That's emergency. You leave that money alone. A hot water heater, or dryer, or something that you need, or your kid needs some medicine or something like that. It's the kind of little small stuff that's very powerful in our families that's not being mentioned. Not being mentioned. And my kids know I'm real discreet about that. Deuteronomy chapter 15 and verse 1. Let's see. Let's understand why this economy is so bad. Go ahead, brother.
At the end of every 7 years, thou shalt make a release.
Right now, see? At the end of 7 years, you should release. What do you mean by release?
Dead, let you go.
Dead. Every 7 years, at 7 years, you need to release. But these people not exercising God's plan. They got houses, 30-year notes. They even got 10-year car payments. 8 years. All these people want to know is how much my payments is. Well, it's going to be $230. You got to pay it in 8 years. Okay, Ryan. What? And the car is worth $7,000, $8,000. You time that up by 8 years. And you're going to compound that with compound interest. Just like a house for 30 years. You got a house at 30 years. You pay $1,000 on it for 30 years. And your house only worth what? $90,000. How many times are you going to pay for that house? 3. $300,000 you can pay for that house. You know why? Most people don't understand about this usury or this high interest. It all depends on your interest rate and what you get. Your interest rate, they're going to time that. And once you go, if your interest rate at 8%, just imagine it's going to double. It's going to compound every 8 years. And they use this stuff called the Rule of 72. This is how the banks don't work. They just sit there and loan money. And every 8 years or wherever how much interest rate you got on some of them 11%, but every 8 to 10 years that balance gonna double. And that's why that at the end of your 30 years you paying about $300-something thousand for a $90,000 house. That ain't right. This is not how God told you to set it up. He said every 7 years. After 7 years you release it. But not these creditors, they got credit cards. People been paying them for 15 years. Go ahead.
And this is the manner of the release. Every creditor that lendeth aught unto.
Wait a minute, we talking about the bank now. He said, this is the manner of the release. Every creditor that what?
Lendeth.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Off unto his neighbor shall release it. He shall not exact it of his neighbor or of his brother, because it is called the Lord's relief.
If you let somebody loan somebody some money, really right now he's talking about Israel. Israel used to run it. They were the one that was the finances and all that stuff.
That's right.
They were the one who used to run it back in the day. When we were set up as kings and queens, or when we were set up when Solomon running things. This is how it used to be. And most of all, he zeroed in, you don't do your brother, which is Israel, like you do the other nations. We so hard on our brothers and sisters. In the other nations, you just give them a slap on the wrist and let them roll. Well, listen to what he said right here. Go ahead.
Of a foreigner, thou mayest exact it again. But that which is thine with thy brother, thine hand shall release it.
God said, of a father, which is not Israel, you can exact that interest again. But as your brother or Israel, you should release it. And we are our own worst enemy. I know an 83-year-old man be telling me about this woman I owe him about $200. He's telling me this every time I meet him. And I've been cutting his hair over 20-something years. Every time. He ain't let it go. He talk about it all the time. That's how we are with us. Go ahead.
Except when there shall be no poor among
Go
you.
verse here.
Verse 4.
start at the top.
Save when there be no poor among you, for the Lord shall greatly bless thee in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance to possess it.
See, in the land of Israel, he didn't want no poor among you. He wanted everybody to have something. Everybody else, especially Israel. He wanted us to be on the top. Just like the white folks on top now with everything. That's how we supposed to be. This is how you run the economy for us and make it righteous for us. The debt release at 7 years, not 30, not 10, not 15. Go ahead.
Only if thou carefully hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
Yes, sir.
to observe to do all these commandments which I command thee this day.
Yes, because if you do all these commandments carefully, he going to bless you. He going to bless you. Go ahead.
For the Lord thy God blesses thee, as he promised thee. Thou shalt lend unto many nations, but thou shalt not borrow, and thou shalt reign over many nations, but they shall not reign over thee.
We ain't living like that now, are we?
No.
We part of the curses now. Not the nation living to us. We got to go to the banks. We got to go to the car dealers. We got to go to all these people, the food, the grocery stores, and get stuff from them. Why? Because we broke these laws. But he said, what? I'm going to send you to your enemy's lands, and I'm going to be a little sanctuary to you. If once you're over there, you still can do the exact same thing. Got a small sector of Israel that ain't struggling so hard, but they're not telling the people how to get out of this debt. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 7. If there be among you a poor man of one of thy brethren within any of thy gates in thy land, which the Lord thy God giveth thee,
Yes, sir.
thou shalt not hearken thine heart, nor shut thine hand from thy poor brother.
That's going to hit everybody. Oh, Lord, here you go again. Ask me for $1 today. Every day he come around, he asking me for this, he asking me for that. Oh, Lord. Give it to him. Give it to him. Hey, what $1 merch? What a quarter merch? Some of you cat a nickel and dime, they say, give me a quarter. I like, hey, what you gonna do with a quarter? He said, man, I know you ain't gonna give me $1. So I had for a quarter. Hopefully I can get $1. Just give it to him. Because he wants us to roll like this so we can help the poor. And I want to do more. I'm trying to do more in helping the poor. I'm trying to find out different programs because I see how important this is for our people. You got people sitting in jail today for nothing. And they can't get out because they can't make a $100 bond. $100 now. Not talking about $1,000. $100 sitting there. Because ain't nobody got $100. Nobody. This is stuff we need to help Israel with. Go ahead.
But thou shalt open thy hand wide unto him.
Open thy hand what? Wide. Stop squeezing up dead person that they're already dead. They dead. Open your hand wide, give it to them. Go ahead.
Thou shalt open thy hand wide unto him, and shalt surely lend him sufficient for his need in that which he wanted.
It's make him sufficient. If you want something, you give it to him. Want some money, give it to him. All right, that's all you need, bro. You know, someone, they run out now. You make that judgment call. No, bro, you can take the crop time, you know. No, bro, I'm gonna give you some money. You can go catch that city bus. That's what you can do. It'll take you over there. Make it sufficient. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 9. Beware that there be not a thought in thy wicked heart, saying, the 7th year, the year of release is at hand. And year of release is at hand, thine eye be evil against thy poor brother, and thou giveth him naught. And he cry unto the Lord against thee, and it be sin unto thee.
Sin unto who?
Thee.
He said, now, don't let this be among you at the 7th year. You know this cat been holding you money. He probably been running around and everything, trying to dodge it. And you said, man, I'm following God. I said, man, the 7th year, I got to release him, let him have it. And you saying to yourself, no, he got to pay me. He going to pay me, or I'm going to take him to court. Take him to Judge Mathis. See it every time on every time on TV. So their mama, dad, brother, sister, everybody. Just sowing over little nothing. I'm talking about $100 I've seen up there. $200, little nothing. Families falling out over this. Release it. They might need it. Release it. Let it go. But you know not to give them so much you can't see them stealing it from you next time. They say, no, bro, I can't give you 100. I might give you 10 this time because I know you ain't going to pay. That's your judgment call. Go ahead.
Thou shalt surely give him, and thine heart shall not be grieved when thou givest unto him.
What? Your heart should not be grieved. Meaning your mind like, oh man, I wish I would have never gave it to him. But I smiled and gave it to him. Hey, you might well carry it. God looking in your heart, looking in your mind. Don't be just faking the funk like God don't know what's going on in your mind. Should have gave that joke from that. Just keep it. This is how God economy works so he can bless us. Believe that. Go ahead.
Thou shalt surely give him, and thine heart shall not be grieved when thou givest unto him. Because that for this thing the Lord thy God shall bless thee in all thy works, and in all that thou puttest thine hand unto.
That's why some of us don't have what we have. Because our hearts or our mind, we just like, man, I should have did this right. I'm going to do it anyway because he want me to do it. But you don't really want to do it. Just keep it, man. I'll tell anybody, you want to do something for me and your heart ain't in it, just keep it. Just keep it. I ain't got time for this. I go get it. And people just like that and think they're going to get a blessing from God. I gave him this right, he still and I'm still waiting on my blessing. Maybe because your heart ain't right, your mind ain't right, it ain't got there. Go ahead.
For the poor shall never cease out of the land, therefore I command thee, saying, Thou shalt open thine hand wide unto thy brother, to thy poor, and to thy needy in thy land.
God tells them, said the poor will never, he said the poor you always have with you. But today in this economy, they closing their hand to the poor. And the way they closing it, they'll make it harder for people to get this welfare, this government assistance, Section 8 housing. Some people need it. Some people really need it. I ain't saying all people. Some of them, a lot of them abusing it. But the one that